I think I'm all in on the process now. I think I'm not so outcome driven as I was before. I think now I'm just focused on, putting one step in front of the other and just doing the right things every single day and just being consistent as I can. I'm not looking about what I can do next year or the next 2 years or the next week or next month. I'm looking in decades, the next decade, 2 decades from now. Where will I be? It's and to do that, you kind of have to have a safety net first. You're gonna have to save up 20,000, 30,000, like ringgit in Malaysia, I guess, because when you're broke, when you have nothing, no money and all, and you have to pay your rent. I'm not paying my rent because I'm staying in my parents' house. So if you're staying in your parents and you're Asian, and if you're working in the same place, you should stay in your parents' house and save some money. Like I know, like going out and being independent is like you can learn a lot of things, but I think you can learn that by asking about other people's experiences. I don't know if you want to actually experience that, but it's up to you. That's for another video. But yeah, you should be saving money, doing all that stuff, and then you. What was I talking about again? Yeah, and then you can once you save up enough money, you can go all in on the process. You can look far ahead, because when you're broke, when you're just worrying about the next paycheck, you can't really like see far away. Like you can't really think long term. You can only do that when you save up enough money and you're like, okay, I can chill right now, and I can look ahead at the direction that I'm going. I can actually steer the boat, because the whole time I was trying to fill the hole and I was trying to fill the hole in the boat. I was trying to keep the boat from sinking. I'm trying to keep the boat floating. But once you keep the boat floating, you gotta get a direction. You gotta know where you want to go. So, yeah, I think I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, I have to relax. No, don't panic. Take as much time as I can to think about what direction that I want to go, and think about the process. Not the outcome. You gotta be patient. You gotta be impatient with actions. You gotta be impatient with actions and patient with results. You gotta have faith that somehow like the outcome will come. The results you want will come. You gotta be patient, but you gotta take action as well. You gotta keep taking action. You gotta keep doing the right things, eating healthy, walking, posting ads, going to appointments, closing sales. And naturally the outcome will come. Focus on the inputs, the outputs will come out naturally. I know I'm probably regurgitating stuff from people like Luke Bauer, Andrew Tate, whatever. But yeah, I think they actually the things that they say, that it actually makes sense. It actually helps. So I'm just gonna be a reminder, I guess, to you guys if you're watching right now. So yeah, focus on the process. Get to the point where you can actually focus on the process. And once you're there, just go all in on the process, and you can actually see a future, I guess. That's what I'm doing now. But yeah, I know a lot of people are not like that privileged as me, because I have parents. I live in a double story house, a semi D, I guess, in in Petaling Jaya. So yeah, it is. I told you guys before in my other videos. Yeah, I guess I am upper middle class. I'm quite well off. I don't like saying that because like people will think, oh, he's a rich kid. Oh, whatever, man. Like, okay, like yeah, I'll admit it. Yeah, fine, whatever. Like I was born with this. Can't really change it. I mean, if you were poor, and if you were in my position, you'd be like, you'd be thinking like, oh shit, everything's a rich. Like fuck, and you can't do anything about it. So people only look at the good sides, like, oh, you're rich, but they don't look at the downsides and be like, huh, A lot of people think that that this person is rich, and then there must be a lot of people like asking them for stuff, or maybe some of the relationships are superficial. Like they only look at the upsides and they don't really look at the downsides. Like for them, if they are poor, they only look at the downsides, but they don't look at the upsides. They don't look like, oh, I'm poor, I have nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. And guess what? If I win, damn, I can say, yeah, I came from nothing. I came from nothing and I still made it. I can't do that, bro. Because I was born well off. I can't say the story next time when I'm like, even if I become a billionaire or a trillionaire, people will still say, oh well, yeah. I mean, he had a good outcome. He had a good upbringing. Of course he was gonna make it. Of course. Sorry, man. I can't have that cool origin story. If you're poor, you can have that story. You can say, yeah, I had nothing. My parents did not support me at all, and I went to this place all by myself, and I'm self-made. You can tell that story, but I can't, man. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you say like, oh, but I'm poor. Oh yeah, I can't do this. I can't do that. Bro, it's really how you look at it, man. Honestly, it's how you look at things. It's how you perceive things. It's your perspective on life that matters. It's not really your situation sometimes. It's how you view your situation. It's how you view your situation, and how you use your situation to make it whatever. You get the point, okay? You get the point. Like a person on a wheelchair can complete a marathon. So when I see stories like that, I'll be like, man, I'm a normal person and I can't even be a billionaire. I can't even be a millionaire. Like this dude is freaking doing a marathon on a wheelchair. Or a better example is 99 Speed Mart. I don't know if you guys heard before, in Malaysia, is run by this OKU dude. We call it Orang Kurang Upaya. So he's basically, I think he has like I don't know what disease he has, but he's kind of disabled, and he still runs a $1 billion business. and I'm looking at it like, damn, if he can do it, me being a normal person, I can't even be a billionaire. Like what the fuck, man? Like what the heck? What am I doing wrong? Like I'm inspired by that. I'm like, damn, a disabled person can run a $1 billion business, and you as a normal person, I'm saying myself, I as a normal person can't even do $1 million business. Like, come on, man. I can do better than that. I can do better than that. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, we have so many situations in our lives where we see it, and then we're reminded of how grateful we should be, of how good our lives be, of how good that our lives are. If you're watching this through a screen right now, just keep in mind there's a lot of people that don't have a phone, don't have a laptop. Even if your phone is a shit phone like Android, it's still a good phone. At least you have a phone. A lot of people don't have phones, man. A lot of people don't have phones to watch YouTube. Just keep in mind, a lot of kids in Africa don't even have food on the table. We forget that easily. I mean, as we should, because we're so privileged nowadays. They're like, yeah, of course we're gonna have food every single day. That we take it for granted. Once the food is gone, then everybody panics. We take too many things for granted these days, and it's normal. I take some things for granted as well, so I'm not blaming anyone. I just have to remind myself how privileged I am, and how privileged some of you are too. If you're watching this, just keep in mind. Just keep in mind. But yeah, I'm all in on the process. Like I want to enjoy every single day while going towards my goals, and enjoying it means suffering sometimes. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm not like saying like, I'm gonna enjoy and do nothing. I enjoy the pain, bro. I enjoy when I'm like solving problems with customers. I enjoy when I'm training hard for a 5K or a 10K, when I'm going to the limits, when I'm pushing myself, and I'm saying like, shit, I gotta push harder, man. I gotta push harder on the run, but I'm suffering, but I love it at the same time. It's a love-hate relationship. I love the process. I love the pain. I love the work. And if I can do that till I die, that's the ultimate reward. Everything else is a byproduct. Everything else is extra. You know, the big house, maybe a Lamborghini next time. I don't know. Don't know if I want to buy a house, but I can't even think of it yet because I don't even have the money yet. But when I do, we'll see. But I'm all in on the process. I'm all in on the work. Okay, all those stuff is extra. And if I can do that till I die, then I think there'll be a life well lived. Even if I can, whatever. Regardless, I'm glad that I'm here right now, living life. Regardless of who you are, you should be glad that you're here right now. You should be glad. The chances of you being here is almost close to zero, but you're still here, girl or guy. You're still here. So appreciate every moment, man. Appreciate every moment, man. Appreciate it. Because it will end one day. We just don't know when. Be patient. Don't take your own life, man. That's just boring. Like, why don't you want to know like how the ending looks like? Like, I want to live till I'm 80 and 90, but I know sometimes that might not be possible as well. Like, what if you die in a plane crash or you die in a car accident? You can't really control that. Every time I go on the plane, I have this like, when I get on the plane, I'm like, shit, okay, this might be it. I might die right now. Fuck. Because I can't control what the pilot's doing, man. If the pilot, decides like 30,000 feet up the air, if he just decides, if he's high on drugs and he just goes nosedive down to the sea or to a building or something, I don't think I can do anything about it, man. I would try, but I would probably be fainted by then. And if there was a hijacker, man, I guess I would try to fight them. But even then, man, I would still be risking my life. So yeah, and whenever I get on a plane, I'm like, oh shit, I might die right here. I don't know. I think some of you guys have that too, like, cause there's so little control. I know car accidents happen more often, but in the car you're actually driving the car. At least you have control. At least you have control. So if anything happens, man, you die and it's your fault. But if you die in a plane, it's not really your fault, I guess, because someone is controlling the plane, and you can't really do anything about it. But in the car, you can avoid accidents by just slowing down and not being a prick on the highway. So yeah, I'm just curious. I just want to see how long I can last in this life, man. I just want to see how long I can survive. That's it, bro. Maybe have some kids, have family, keep a good family around me, have good people around me, help customers, and I think that's it, bro. That's it. And try to run as fast as I can. Try to win an Olympic gold medal. We'll see. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 5, maybe 6. So I can do the Michael Jordan. 6. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. My sore throat's still here. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. See you guys in the next one. Peace.